will stand. Good evening, grandchildren.
Hello, you can have a seat, please. Mr. Aaron is about to speak.
Have your seat. I will stand on the existing protocols to begin to let you know what we did and to let you know the surprises I'm seeing now regarding what you are doing. I'm simply here to cite few historical facts and to answer to few questions. One of my questions will be, what motivated us? Why do we form the Grandchildren Association in August 1974? Why? How? What convinced us? What induced us? What compared us? What was our convictions to establish this organization? And how many of us in the United States? 1974. That's a process I just want to let you know. Most of us, the founding fathers, arrived here in the late 70s, early 70s, I mean. And we were going around, and the people out here, some kind of born. You know, when you're in the village, the old man, every evening, you go around him to hear his old stories. But mind you, we were all illegal aliens. We had no legal papers. We had no jobs. We don't even know to go in the restaurant and call the name of the food we would eat. And we were all in the factories. So Mr. Moon told us one Saturday, let's go to the meeting of the Union of African Association in America, UNA. Let's go there. So we found our big brother to the meeting. The first meeting we attended, I put up my hand for the presiding officer to recognize me. I said, my name is Joseph Jibo. He turned around and said, Mr. Cooper, what you say? Oh, my hand was up. And he said, I got Chinaway. Whose answer was very Chinaway, the Minister of Agriculture. He couldn't pronounce my name. And not Guangini and Samu Davis from Roa put out his hand. And the presiding officer said, Mr. Thompson, what do you say? Huh? We did that in 3 weeks. And mind you, there were a few of us that Mr. Boone called his bar boys. His bar boys were Samu Davis for Chien, Kolukwai from Putu, Joseph Jibo from Putu. We were the bar boys. So we met Jibo Bravo, the one man who wrote the Constitution, the first Constitution. We call him Jibo Bravo from District number 3, Bison District. By himself wrote the Constitution. There's a real one, a better regular from LU in our midst. We want Mr. Bone, Mr. Bone, the meeting the doors to go to, they cannot pronounce our names. They don't want to recognize us. So he said, what do you want to do? Well, we got good news for you. We will found the Grandchildren Association in America. Because we will not continue to go, we say, you come up to a meeting, you cannot pronounce our name, you do not recognize us, what your parents did to our parents in the villages, we will not do that. He said, but how many of us in the United States that you want to form an organization? So okay, give us 1 week. We'll count the Trump in the United States. We took 1 week, we went back to Square Bone. On another side, they say, well, we have got 17 crime people. 17 crime people in the United States. He said, but we are too few. We cannot do anything. He said, no. We will found the Blind Leaders Association. We will not go back to. I think we're meeting. Well, the good news was it's Mike Everybone, who was in America, said, Mr. Bone, what are they talking about? He said, well, because they did not recognize black people in their meeting, so they want to find our county organization. He said, but that makes sense. How can they go to the meeting? They cannot call their name, they cannot recognize them. They cannot, when they put out their hand, they're not recognized, they're not identified. So they are right. Let us found the Blind Leaders Association. And that's how. And that's why. But where do we start from? Mr. Bone, being our older brother, we said there's not going to be an election. You will be the first president, Mr. Bone. You will be the first president. And your brother-in-law, Paute from Lower Gambia, who married to your niece, Elizabeth, will be your vice president. That was the election. No debate, no selection, no nomination. We found our president right in his living room. No commotion, no confusion. But there were two men that were selected to be our president by president. That's what happened. That's how. Do we have any challenges? Yes. Our challenges were too many. We were all in the factories, no better jobs. We were unskilled. We don't have any profession to work in the United States. We were selling just in New York City, no champions. And we were very few. So Mr. Moore said, okay, July 1975, we're going to have an installation program. And we're going to be free for Liberians to come in because some people are not known about Liberians, so we will have our intake to be free. He said, no problem. There's one issue I want to mention that when they say Colupine, Sabu David, those are people were the bar boys. The night of Mr. Bone installation, a common man went in the bathroom, came our program, and began to say, John Beck doesn't work. I'm pretty sure. Number 2 doesn't work anything. Silent Kumar doesn't mean anything. This common man was calling the leader's name in Bangladesh and said they do not mean anything, they do not stand for anything, they do not work for anything. I happened to go in the bathroom and met him saying that, and I told my other fellow barman, Sam would give us a Sam, there's a common man in the bathroom insulting our people. Well, we grabbed him, threw him down, everybody came, started punching him. And the Bible, the people when Mr. Bone was giving his installation speech, they said, Bone, the Bibles are beating one man on the floor. He came, saw the 3 of us on top of the man. And to make us to leave the man, he didn't move us. He said, Basi, we left the man. Because he said, the man that will get liquor, that is drunk, that's the man you want to beat tonight, but we just began to laugh and we left the man. But that show at that point, our being bad guys in the organization. We cannot bend. We were in office. After a few years, we had an election. I became the first national president, and our challenge was the war was waging in Liberia. Our people were singled out. A farmer cannot go down with us to buy food or across the bridge, our women cannot go anywhere with our market. Good evening, grandchildrens.
Hello, you can have a seat, please. Mr. Aaron is about to speak.
Have your seat.
We are getting a little bit of history about this Grand Jury Association, how it was formed. And that man right there speaking is one of the founding fathers. The people, he said August of 1974, when they met in New York and founded the organization that we now have with us. So I just crop it up to play that 10 minutes. I'm trying to download the other one, but it's taking a long time to do. And I'm trying to download it and see if I can play it so people can get to know how the organization that we got right here now passing all around with how the organization was formed. There were about 17 people according to him that funded our organization. 17. When he came, he saw a lot of cars parked. He said, wow, a bunch of cars parked. Those days we used to take the train to go to places. So let me play this one here, and then from there, I will just cut it up. I'm not here for too long tonight, so just to play that part of it, we finish with the whole process of this argument. I think it's left with the current president to call those Gilman group, call them Josephine, the president of this organization now, who just won. Madam Idepoa should do that. Call them. They are your brothers and they are your sisters. There's a need for you to call them. Attention is. I'm not saying call them now, tomorrow or day after, but the tension is up now. But by next week, the tension will slow down. So it is the responsibility of this president to call them. We're seeing video popping all around the place about thanking the various supporters. So you need to do that. But I'm either poor. So let me see here. Oh, I got the right clip. I think so. So let me play this clip too, so you can conclude it. Okay, that was it right there. And the video, the thing from the program, the Papa Jacob, he's one of the founding fathers. They're one that founded the organization back in the 70s. At the time, most of the people now who even passing around now, they were not even president then, but they funded the organization and they did a very good job at doing that. They did a very good job at doing that. So that's the organization now we got, and that's the organization that we have with us now. They're bringing in this guy from Minnesota. I don't know. I was confused. Why his police are bringing in? You guys see the Iowa president here, and I see the Ohio president holding the man, bringing the man. I was extremely confused. Why would they bring Bobby in the home? The Minnesota president. You want to sit down? That was it. It was fun. We had fun. It was the fun part was there, and the other part was there also where we had a fun part, and the other part where the politics part, where people, where the police and yelling and all those one, you know what I mean. But that was the beautiful part about this whole and convention thing. We yelled, and then we sat down, people quiet, and then they read some things, and they yelled again, and music played, and now we went on the floor, we danced, came back. We did a lot of things over there, though. We did a lot of things. We enjoyed ourselves over there. Nobody should tell you say we didn't enjoy ourselves. Yeah, we enjoy ourselves over there. Let me play the one now. What they were about to announce the money. The money. Lee, Lee. I'm going to be honest, Lee. You know when they read announce the money, everybody was sitting there, pay attention to the note. I don't know how much actually made. Alice, Alice City,
Okay,
Annie, Glee,
are we ready?
Princess Nayu, Ruth, Peter, Rolling. The old man here, where he's
You know,
here
when
from
you
all
come
the
to
way
convention, the main reason
about
you are
Joe,
here
know that you.
is to raise money for Grand Chile, right? So after everything, we gotta get that amount so you make sure we lay the right amount of money that we have raised. You get one, please. Listen, guys. We have been here since.
All right, guys, please, we're here, and transparency is very important. We are talking money, and that's why you're here. You trusted us and want to give you the report. So please listen to the treasurer. Even though she'll post some serious in it, but let manager.
Everybody was paying attention. Wanted to know how much was generated from the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
As you all know, my name is Yento Breeze Stevens. I am your treasurer for Grand Indian Association in America. And I want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you to the Grand Indians that came out. Thank you to the community people that don't come from Grand Indian but came out last night and supported us. So we are here to say thank you to Team Put, my president, my vice president, all our support members over here, our SG over here. We say thank you. Thank you to our wonderful chairman. Of course, we work hard in Kansas City, right? Here we are. So, including the host chapter. Even though I haven't seen Ms. Warranty here today, I've talked to her the whole time before getting here, but I haven't seen her today. Where's she at? We say thank you. Here you are. Thank you so much for all the hard work. Thank you to Mr. G. He was here all night last night, and this morning I saw him washing dishes in here. I call these people names because I communicated with them, I talked to them on the phone, I sent them screenshot of things that I have in my basement for the occasion. Of course, the convention cheerleading. I said thank you. But you guys did all that work, and I want to just go over just briefly the amount that we have made. This is not a full financial report. This is just part of it. So I'm just going to go into not detail, but I'm just going to give you the dates of the amount that will happen, the date of the month where we collect your money, and I will add it up. But that's not the total. So when we send out a financial report to the board, we started from October 2024 to April 31st. And before April 31st, we started collecting money for the convention 2024, 2025, from March, April, and May. So from March, April, and May, from March, April 31st, we had $22,000 collected prior to May. And May, so from May 1st to May 7th, we have not added the money that we collected through our Cash App, Zelle, and all those other technology that we use to collect your money, people. We haven't calculated that. What we have on hand from May 8th, which was Thursday, to May 11th, is $23,000. So with all the other money that we have collected to the door from Friday night till today, and what we collected before we got here, a total of $47,000. That is excluding our project money that was pledged out here yesterday. When that was raised up here yesterday. When they finally finished, they said the project pledges were $25,000. Those numbers that I'm throwing at you, my people, they are just rough estimates, okay? There might be more, because my secretary is standing here and said, no, it's not 25, it's like 30, you know. So it might be more when we come up with a full report. So our total funds that we raised for 2025 convention, total, are we ready for the drum? It's $72,000. Yes.
I know it's a very exciting moment, but please just let the president, our national president, have to make a comment. Please. Thank you.
So you people know it's a rough estimate. It may go up, it may come down, but for the most part, we're going to make sure, don't listen up, they can't go down and pay Now listen, because right now they are all rushing here to leave so that they will show you something. And Yento, I know you talk, I have questions, but I just want to make sure. So from March, from April up to the 30th is the 22,000. Right. And then your next pay, your final report starts from the 31st. So what happened in between this month, from the 31st to the 7th, because you gave your report, I'm seeing the 8th. So what happened? Can you explain that?
Well, from May 1st to May 7th, we have now sat down to calculate what we made from it. So that part, after we sit down and add up the Zelle, you remember last time we were using a little pad and our Cash App, all the other stuff. We will add that amount in there.
Okay. So the reason, because I'm looking at the document right here, and that's why I'm asking. So there's a window missing, and it'll be able to add that in. And when the final report is made, we'll be able to put it out there as soon as possible. I would like to say a special thanks to President Warrington and her team, especially the organizing team and the financial team of GGAA. We appreciate you all. Thanks.
One more person I would like to say thank you to, and that person is nobody else but Evelyn Pennell.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Evelyn.
That's what I'm saying.
I also want to say thank you to everybody that came to the door here last night to help me, especially this gentleman behind me.
Money making machine. Money making machine.
There is Timo. He was there as my Superman last night because I couldn't do it by myself. Jimmy Barley. Everybody else.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right. Okay,
Board
guys.
Secretary, Mr. Anthony Garrett. Thank you.
Okay, tonight's the Mother Night. Mother Day night, right? So every music you're getting, you know, Mother Day night tonight. Thank you.
Before the team can exit, we need to take a few questions before the final.
At least we got a little bit of how much was raised at this year convention. They said, including the pledges, they had to build some kind of a resource center for the people in Zwedru Granjide. So including that, everything $72,000 raised here in Kentucky. So when you add 20-some thousand that were there already in the bank after the convention, the total money that Granjide would get in their account probably be about 90-some thousand or 100,000 or whatever thousand. But the lady said the money will go up because some people were paying through the credit card machine they had there, and then they had Zelle and Cash App. So they will make the final something. When the president said the money might go up or it might come down, everybody said no, the money can't come down because when we get here and we get money in the Zelle and the credit card machine and all that stuff, we expect the money to go up, not to come down. So that's it. So I mean, Granjide money, we didn't see a lot of cash. We didn't see people going dollar cash. We saw people coming with a credit card, paying with a card, doing cash out, doing Zelle, and they had three. You had a machine there where you just put your card in there or you tap on it, and then it take the money out, or you do the Zelle or you do the cash out. So there was a lot of way to pay the money than to be passing around with cash, and those kind of things that minimize the corruption. You know, money changing hand, money can leave somewhere, money can do this, but we didn't see it a lot that night. Some people came with cash, but not a lot like we saw in the past. So I think going forward, these things would happen, these things would change, and all we will see now will be cash going to the bank, directly in the bank, directly in the bank, directly in the bank. So this convention, to me, it raised a lot of money. It's almost like what we got in Arizona. Arizona, I know it's 60-some thousand or 70,000, yeah, $72,000. So that's it, man. The money that was raised here in Kentucky was a lot of money. That was a lot of money. I mean, you have more 800 small people in the hall on Friday. I mean, on Saturday night. Saturday morning, Saturday night, that hall was packed. And everybody was paying the money to enter. You pay $50. So you tell me about those people that, 800 times. The hall was packed. And I like to give it out to the librarian community here because the librarian community president was not here, but she sent representatives there that came in and it was there with us. And I saw the financial secretary with some people in the hall, and they said they came from the librarian community, and they were there. So the librarian community, I saw the guys from the Club Quatiqua, I think the Pere organization, and I saw that. And then the Nima County, I mean, Unico president, I think he poured some water or something he gave. But it was a great one, we support each other here. So The other time when the Nima people had a program, we were there. The Pele people, the Bassa people who were there and there, going in contact with the Bassa people and all that. So let me come here tonight. Let me see. Some people send me stars tonight. I see Avin Tally sent star. He sent a star of 20 stars to me. Thank you, Avin Tally. Excuse me. I see my own Jojo Cry here. She sent 100 stars here. Great job right there for you people sending me stars. The stars. Then somebody sent me 200 stars. I would check up. It was on a Monday. This going Monday, I'll check it out, and then my next podcast, I'll call the person in. But I mean, I appreciate all that. The stars, and it was just that we did what we could do, and we'll continue to do what we. You saw what one of the funny fathers said, how they formed this organization. They went to EULA, the organization of Liberians those days. If they need Ghibli or whatever, they got Boom, they got these names, these native people names. They could not recognize them. And they got angry and said, well, why can't we go form our own organization? 17 men, like the 17 PRC men that overthrew. So the 17, yeah, grew up with the native people children. So 17 men, they started in New York and formed their own organization because people tried to marginalize them, to suppress them. They said, no, we can form our own organization and have our own voices heard. That we can speak truth to power. So Jojo Cry, thank you for that star. What you sent me there. I've been tired. Thank you again for the star. I think it's patient. Something I'll try to figure out who sent me that star. And so that's how they formed the organization, the Brown Unit organization. They started, and when the old man said, the pop said, look at your cars. Those days when you get in the train, we get in the train to go to New York, to our big brother, Suwa Boom. And we sit there and ideas and this and that, put ourselves together. Yeah. Those days, he said, when you're not Jones, when you're not Salif, when you're not this, when you're not that, Chineway. You mentioned Florence Chineway's sister. Florence Chineway, I think she was the finance minister or agriculture minister in the 70s. That the rest right, we heard her name too, read books. We heard her name, Florence Chineway. 1979 rest right. Name all mentioned in the place. Agriculture minister. People try to flip the money. The rest, we're eating rice, but we get plenty of rice in our own country. Since 1979 to now, it's 46 years. We're still buying rice from China and India. We don't have a rice farm in the government don't see. They're not vision thing. They don't see nothing. Protected 40 million in rice and playing your own rice when you eat in the country anyway. They were able to take out 40 million and go to India and buy rice and bring it. Can you imagine? I bring people there, they are polluted with what I want to learn. My man polluting the neighborhood. They polluted with pollution. But the video here that Jojo, I don't know, I want Jojo to the video here from why were they bringing in our God Dino Daddy? Why were they bringing Bobby in? Well, Bobby stole the show. But you didn't watch the show, Tina. Why were they bringing Bobby in? I don't understand. Why was he coming in with the people dancing behind him? Why would they bring him in? Look. Bobby told them to bring him in. Look. Minnesota joint president. And that two presidents bringing you, Usana Wadi and Dino Tari. They don't want to go in here, two hands in the middle, bringing you in the middle. The boy want to lead the stage, you want to lead the dancing floor. Look. Even if my Woody say speak, the world over there, boy. So that they phone somewhere, we didn't go there that day. And you got a phone your miss. You see, we have politics at the same time we're dancing. I dance. Can you imagine me dancing and then Blum man? I want to go Blum man, Bobby. Yeah, Muna, but I don't know what Bobby was dancing in. Our people played it out. But the Bobby story show, get a show of Bobby was still it. So I mean, we all heard how much they raised that night. And before I go, I told you I'm not going to stay long here tonight. But before I go, let me bring in those of you who just come in so you can listen to Mr. The Pap Ghibli. I hope I'm calling your name the right way. How he explained how they came and formed this organization that we got here, where people trying to play the organization where Fred going and they don't know nothing at all. Fred, the time they both wanted to for in free time. No, you're not in free time. Your 1974, 75 was staying just many or somewhere in that place. He can't dismantle the big organization. He's in foreign already. But listen to the Republic. The poor foreign organization and go okay, sure.
Hello, you can have a seat, please. Mr. Eric of the
Listen how they formed that organization, the Grand Youth Association.
I will stand on the existing protocols to begin to let you know what we did and to let you know the surprises I'm seeing now regarding what you are doing. I'm simply here to cite two historical facts and to answer to two questions. One of my questions will be, what motivated us? Why do we form the Grand Youth Association in August 1974? Why? How? What convinced us? What induced us? What compared us? What was our convictions to establish this organization? And how many of us in the United States? 1974. That's the process I just want to let you know. Most of us, the founding fathers, arrived here in the late 70s, early 70s, I mean. And we were going around, and the people out here, some kind of born. You know, when you're in the village, the old man, every evening, you go around him to hear his old stories. But mind you, we were all illegal aliens. We had no legal papers. We had no jobs. We don't even know to go in the restaurant and call the name of the food we would eat. And we're all in the factories. So Mr. Moon told us one Saturday, let's go to the meeting of the Union of the People Association in America, UNA. Let's go there. So we follow our big brother to the meeting. The first meeting we attended, I put up my hand for the presiding officer to recognize me. I said, my name is Joseph Chibo. He turned around and said, Mr. Cooper, what you say? Oh, my hand was up. And Mr. Adolf Chinaway, whose uncle was very Chinaway, the Minister of Agriculture. He couldn't pronounce my name. And not Guajini and Samuel Davis from Roa and put out his hand. And the presiding officer said, Mr. Thompson, what do you say? We did that in 3 weeks. And mind you, there were a few of us that Mr. Boone called his bar boys. His bar boys were Samuel Davis for Chien, Kolukwai for Putu, Joseph Jibo for Putu. We were the bar boys. So we met Jibo Bravo, the one man who wrote the Constitution, the first Constitution. We called Jibo Bravo from District number 3, Bison District. He by himself wrote the Constitution. He's the only one I beg you, graduated from LU in our midst. One of Mr. Boone, the meeting you told us to go to, they cannot pronounce our names. They do not want to recognize us. So he said, now what do you want to do? Well, we got good news for you. We will found the Black Leaders Association in America. Because we will not continue to go, we say, the Congo meeting, they cannot pronounce our name, they do not recognize us, what they are comparing to our parents in the villages, we will not do that. He said, but how many of us in the United States, and you want to form an organization? So okay, give us 1 week. We'll count the crime in the United States. We took 1 week, we went back to working on Boone. And another side, they said, well, we have about 17 crime people. 17 crime people in the United States. He said, but we are too few. We cannot do anything. He said, no. We will found the Black Leaders Association. We will not go back in. I don't think that we're meeting. Well, the good news was, it's Mike Beverly Boone, who was an American, said, Mr. Boone, what are they talking about? He said, well, because they do not recognize black people in their meeting, so they want to found our county organization. He said, but that makes sense. How can they go to the meeting? They cannot call their name, they cannot recognize us. They cannot, when they put out their hand, they're not recognized, they're not identified. So they are right. Let us found the Black Leaders Association. And that's how. And that's why. But where do we start from? Mr. Boone, being our older brother, we said there's not going to be an election. You will be the first president, Mr. Boone. You will be the first president. And your brother-in-law, Paute from Lower Glanville, who married to your niece, Elizabeth, will be your vice president. That was the election. No debate, no selection, no nomination. We found our president right in his living room. No commotion, no confusion. But there were 2 men that were selected to be our president, my president. That's what happened. That's how. They will have any challenges? Yes. Our challenges were too many. We were all in the factories, no better jobs. We were unskilled. We don't have any profession to work in the United States. We were selling just in New York City, no chapters. And we were very few. So Mr. Boone said, okay, July 1975, we're going to have an installation program. And we're going to be free for Liberians to come in because some people are not known about Liberians, so we will have our intake to be free. He said, no problem. There's one issue I want to mention that when they say Colupine, Sabu David, those are you were the bar boys. The night of Mr. Boone installation, a former man went in the bathroom, came on our program, and began to say, John Bell doesn't walk. I'm really sure. Number 2 doesn't work anything. Size doesn't mean anything. This former man was calling the leader's name in Bangladesh and said they do not mean anything, they do not stand for anything, they do not work for anything. I happened to go in the bathroom and met him saying that, and I called my other fellow barman, Sam was the same, there's a common man in the bathroom insulting our people. Well, we grabbed him, threw it down, everybody came, started punching him. The Bible
Mr. Yanu,
Yes, sir.
why the Papa say that the grab one guy in the bathroom who will criticize and they punch the man or beating the poor clapping. Why were they clapping?
Oh, because myself too, if I'm gonna walk in the bathroom and hear somebody talking Bible, myself, I was gonna take the same action that day. So I'm sure those were the sentiments of everybody. When I heard that thing that night, I didn't play the
It
lie.
was funny. The man said the
Yes,
guy
man.
was talking about the people
And it
and the
just goes to
men in the
show how
bathroom,
passionate our people were about
and
the
they
cause.
grabbed the guy and start beating the guy,
Yeah, well,
and
it was
people
funny.
started clapping for the guy. I said, why were they clapping for I was surprised. But anyway, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Doa. Thank you. Um, I just wanted to come on tonight just for briefly, just to speak um to our brothers and sisters who um who may have felt I don't know how do I put the word, who may have felt that our union may have not treated them right over the weekend. You know, I'm one person who I like to hear everyone's side. For me, I don't think that the process treated anyone badly, but I'm not going to dismiss what people out there are saying. You know, they have their opinions, and I think as a community that wants to be mature, a community that wants to be civil, I think we need to open our hearts and open our ears to all our brothers and sisters, just to listen to them. I want to encourage those supporters from Gilman's side who didn't get a chance to vote due to the fact that they were encouraged not to vote, or maybe they were just things were put into their ears about the process, so they got discouraged about it. I want to tell you guys that this is your organization. This is your union. Mr. W, you saw the kind of young people that were at the convention this gone weekend. To me, that screams to you that our union is on the trajectory of changing. We are now putting ourselves in a position where we're bringing young people into the forefront. We're involving more young people into this thing. And I think that we need to be investing our time and energy into molding these young people so they can be more involved. Um, to the Gilman Sulu camp, and I want to speak to the supporters, the people that were behind it, the individuals who paid their hotels, their traveling fees, all those things just to go to Kentucky and support an idea. I want
think somebody called him his phone number. So when they called him, the guy kind of interfered with the process. But when he come back again, I'll bring it on. I think he's trying to make a very good point, a silly point here. And that's what we need after the election. They will have a lot of risk, a lot of up and down, a lot of names calling. They're happy in the process. But after the process, we need to come together and move this organization forward. The young people were too many over there. They were plenty. The young people that registered, that showed up, that I was shocked when I saw them. We had our age group and the older ones were there, but we had some young folks in that particular hall that night that took this grand gender issue and took it to heart. Drove, came, someone flew and went there. Some people who we never saw before came. So let me bring Mr. Yaro back
I'm
here.
back. Sorry, the people are calling me now. They see me on it, so they calling me. Yeah, so I was saying, my message is for you guys.
Let me see you on the thing in the corner when you
Yeah,
talk.
as soon as I get on Prince Double Show, I start talking at the time, people can start calling to all day today. They didn't see to call me now. I get on the show at the time they want me.
Go ahead, Mr. Yaro.
Yeah, I want to speak to you guys because I shed tears this weekend because, and you can ask Papi Katie. He stopped me one moment. He said, "My begin what going on?" I say, "Man, just seeing uh, our people here together, just seeing young people here, it just brought some type of emotion through me, and I was like, wow." I didn't know that we could get back to this point again, and I didn't know that our people were really yearning for us to come back together. But my message is for the supporters of Gilman Slough. Um, this is the time that we need you. This is the time that your community needs you. This is the time that your organization needs you. You played a very instrumental role throughout this campaign season. You were on the front lines telling Grenjitans why you felt that your ticket was the best to lead. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way how we all wanted it to go. It doesn't stop there. The real work, excuse me, begins now. A few days ago, I posted online. I was encouraging members to reflect upon what we went through during the campaign. Let us return home and see how we can actively play roles in uplifting our chapter, building our chapter, strengthening our chapter, working with chapter leadership to make sure that Grenada Association is the impact is fully met, and we are working in unison to ensure that development is undertaken back home. To the young people, I beg you, do not allow this thing to be because the administration that you wanted did not succeed or they're not there, so it means that you should step away. No, this is the not this time is now for you to redouble your efforts, play a part, play a role in shaping our community. Do not allow the distractions. We're no longer campaigning, but do not allow the distractions of people out there saying, "Oh, you see that what can happen now that the same old thing we warn you." No, the kind of calls I got from people over the last kind of a couple of days saying, you know what, this was one of the most successful. This was one of the more the convention was so unified. We're together. There was not a moment where anybody felt like they were in fear for their lives. We were united. And I don't want you to take that. I don't want us to lose that momentum. I don't want us to lose that excitement. Again, the elections are over, but let us start the real work. I'm calling upon all of you guys, especially I'm speaking to you now as Divian, and I'm speaking to you as a supporter of Team Port or as somebody who's a part of their campaign team. I'm speaking to you as Divian. If during this campaign process I offended you in any way, shape, or form, it was not my intentions. But if I offended you in any way, shape, or form, forgive me. Forgive me. It wasn't done to be to hurt you or to count you out or to dismiss your ideas. Like I rightfully said, in this process, where there's a competition, you feel as though what you're saying is better than what I'm saying. I feel as though what I'm saying is better than what you are saying. That's what elections is about. A competition of ideas. At the end of the day, there should be a winner. And at the end of that day, we should all come together around that winner to see how we can help that person win. I mean, to lead the affairs. And once it's all said and done, then the next person can come in to do what they need to do. But I really got on here to talk to Gilman Slough supporters. Do not follow what you're being told to follow. Stick with your union. There will be so many more opportunities in the future for you to come and put forth your idea. Join me. In fact, I told myself, look, when you depart, because I was confident that my team was going to win, and I told myself when she does win, what can I do to help my organization outside of elections, outside of campaigning? And so I started to work, and I came up with some, a proposal that I will share with you, Mr. Dublin, and I will share with our community over the next several weeks. Right now, I'm in the stages of sharing it with, different stakeholders just to get their reviews before I make it public. But come on board, come with your best ideas and present it to this administration. If you felt that you wanted to see change, now is the time. Come on board and bring forth the change that you are talking about or you're seeking. This administration is the administration that you can do it with. Look, if David Yano can come before you to tell you, say that this administration is open to all ears and all avenues, then you should know. I know what it means to want to do something in this community and people turn their backs on you. I did it in the past. There were so many things I wanted to do in this community, and I felt like those people who I could turn to help me push this thing, they didn't do it. But it's on an Edith Poir that I'm now seeing that sort of intention. I'm asking you guys, do not miss your opportunity to play a big role in your community. Do not be sidelined or food into saying, oh no, we'll go form our own thing, or don't go a part of it because of Oppo. This is not Oppo thing. This is not old people thing. No, it's not old people thing. We need to be involved in this community for the right reason and not for the wrong ones. So, Mr. Dawa, if you want me, I can stay on for a couple of more minutes. I'm here at work, but if you want me to stay, I can stay on
Are
for a
we
couple.
saying uh, the next youth chairman for
No,
GGA?
no. I mean, look. If the
The
administration,
president giving distributing, calling, giving people jobs now. Well, they're not on the list. That's what you're trying to say.
here's what I'll say: if the administration feels as though that um, I can deliver on their agenda in terms of the youth affairs, then by all means, I will stay on the record here tonight that I am pushing for somebody else to take that position. But if the administration sees fit that I should serve, then who am I to say no? Who am I to turn down my people? But right now, the youth affairs are not. That's not on my list right now. I got bigger things I
Right now,
want to do.
what's on your list is for everybody to come back. The election finished. People should come back. No split. People should come back. The healing. It's going to take some time for people to heal, though.
And you know what? And I think we can do it together. Mr. Double, it's not only one person that is hurting in this moment. Although I can say I won, I succeeded, my team succeeded, but there were things that were said to me during this process that I myself too I need to heal from. There were talks thrown my way from family members that I just didn't think they would ever say those words to me. But that's the community that we live in. That's politics. You cannot get into politics thinking that everything will be peaches and creams. So if we're healing, it's not one person that's healing, it's all of us coming together, wanting to heal as a community together. It should not be placed on one person's because the whole thing of okay, Edith poor. No, I don't think it's she has a greater task, but we have a bigger responsibility as a community to come together to bring this thing together. It cannot be just if Idepoa doesn't do it, then we can't do it. No, we need to put our hands
What we
behind
are
her.
getting, and most of the supporters of Gilman are writing, they're calling the POAS. So most of the supporters, they are going after them. They call them the angry winner.
No, I don't think, and I don't think we.
They're kind of like attacking the other group, and
Yeah,
they won the election, but why are they still going behind these people? Try to still attacking these people.
because
I thought they should be the one calling for calm and peace.
yeah, Mr. Double, you see what's happening now, and I'm so glad that you are having your post convention analysis and all those things because there if we didn't do these things there were a lot of misinformation that were going to be put out there and it was just going to be like that. I think what's happening now is that we are now trying to correct some of the false narratives that are being sent out there, and in that process that's what you get. Oh, you already win, so why y'all stay vexed for? No, we know we won, but we just want to set the record straight that we didn't win on white ballot. We didn't win by manipulating the system. We didn't win by telling you not to
Because
vote.
one of the things that the interview from Gilmer's side, one of the things they said that they receipt showing your receipt for your vote or being a convention attendees, it came out 3 hours before the election.
I don't.
And the
Mr.
next thing that they didn't count the ballots. The chairman, the election commission, Eric refused to count the ballot after they asking how many ballots you printed. We need to know. We need to count it. Everybody open their eyes and count the ballots. Those are the two things. And luckily, I was there with the camera.
I was going to speak.
I
Let
don't
me get
know.
to.
I don't know because I was like trying. Maybe I'll go and meet the election on. So maybe we're going to go 11. But they cooked the food out there to my house and they say, well, the breakfast, so they have to take it in. So nobody drives. So I said, okay, let me take it in. But let me get ready, everything, get carry my equipment with me in the car. So when
Yeah,
I went there, put the food inside, and then I went and set up. I just put my thing on and capture all those things.
yeah. So to speak to the receipt thing because I know for me, I had an issue with the receipt thing as well. The notion that if you don't bring your receipt, you don't vote, or you need to show your receipt in order to vote. I think it was not true. Um, there were so many other ways to identify if you paid your $50. It was just not this thing of if you don't show your receipt, you're not paying. For me, I paid my $50 through the Cash App thing. I lost my physical receipt Saturday night. So all I had to do that Sunday morning was go and show my Cash App receipt thing, and it went and entered me. That's just if you paid. If you paid your $50, if you paid your convention fee. But the people who are having these problems and they're making commotion are the ones who didn't pay their convention fee. Are the ones who felt that they were going to go into Kentucky, sit out in hotel room Friday, Saturday, and show up to vote on Sunday. Mr. Double, I'll
But
share with you this.
if you see the video when Gilmore went in front of his crowd, his supporters, he went in front of the lines. They had, I think, 4 lines, and he told the people, his supporters, he was like talking to his supporters to leave the line. They asked him for receipt, so leave the line. Without voting, leave the line. The people already in line had receipts.
Yeah.
Had receipts. So why he couldn't get allowed in the vote? Because everybody had receipts.
Again,
as you said, I paid my credit card. So I told her I don't want no physical receipt. The lady asked me, Madam Stevens, the treasurer, how you want your receipt? I said, send her my phone. And she texted me the receipt. I pushed the code, and then my receipt came on there. I paid $102. We were 2. They say when I pay with my credit card, you add data for because there were credit card or fees or whatever. So I paid $102. So I have a receipt. When I went to vote, it was Precious City, one of the commissioners. I showed my receipt to her and showed my ID. And she said, go over and get your ballot. And when I got my ballot.
Mr. Debord, the thing
So
I'm going to say
is that the people that were in line that Gilmore told to leave, all the people had receipts.
Yeah, and they still stayed in that line.
They had the ID and the receipts in the hand to show it to the people
voted. Yeah. Even with my little brother, who he was registered to vote in Kentucky there, but he's a young guy, and so he said, "Oh man, I'm not going to go to all these things, but how are you going to?" So I said, "All right, I'm still going to pay for your convention fee. I want you to vote. So Sunday come, and I will personally take out $50 and pay for it." And that's what we did. That's what we had to do to make sure that things went smoothly. Why couldn't Gilman do the same? I mean, and I'm not going to play into this. We're hearing that you were successful, wealthy, all these things to do with money. That's the time now you were supposed to prove to us cash violence. All the people here in the hotel waiting for Sunday, bring them. And then you show to us that you got
But they have people in the hotel.
Hey. The only thing that we didn't do is we didn't take picture of it, but the evidence is there. Those guys.
But I was standing to the door.
Yeah.
Those
guys were plenty in the hotels Friday and Saturday waiting for Sunday.
I was standing to the door. At a certain point, I got tired and walked up there and watched people. And I saw Mr. Daniel Pine coming with 3 other guys, young guys like you. And they all pay and enter. So young people pay and enter that day. I saw young folk. Peter, I always call Peter Doxy's name because I think the PNY paid $350 with the cash out. The 5 kids and the man and his wife, 7 people, $350. A lot of money was made that night. So I mean, but moving forward, it's now become a lesson for us to learn.
Yeah.
That you cannot pull out of the race. The polling station opened at 10:15, 10:14, 10:15, and the pulled out right then.
And I want to say,
my thinking now was, if you're going to pull out, why call for the ballots to be counted?
Yeah.
Why?
My hats off, my hats off to Jojo Cry. Because when she appeared on your show yesterday, I was moved by what she said. And those are the people who really want better for this community. She said, look, I didn't know what was going on. I went to our CP to understand what was going on. The reasons that they gave me, it didn't make sense. It didn't move me to say, I'm not going to vote. And what she ended up doing was she ended up going and exercising her constitutional right, but she ended up voting for Edith Poor. That should send a message. That should send a message. Look, you went before we came into Kentucky. They tried to use this narrative that they want to win on white ballot, and I'm so glad that those 37 people who stayed in line. I'm so glad that they continued to they stayed in line and voted, because Idaho didn't win on white ballot. No, she won due to the fact that Grangidians were just tired were being misled. They were just tired of being lied to. You can't come and just keep lying to us. We've seen it before our faces, but you're still lying to us. You're still trying to create division. You're trying to sow division between us. And I'm so grateful to those Gilman Slough supporters who did not follow what they were being asked to follow, but they stood by their union and came to do what was right. I take my hats off to them. I really do. I really, really do.
If you look in this particular photo here, the counting the ballots, that man right there in the blue is the campaign chair for Gilman's team, Uriah Soon. Then our sister that owner here that writing up the Bali D is right there. Then the guy in the hat, Paul Clichy, and the other guy in the shirt over there, pink kind of little purple pink shirt or whatever, is one of the observers for Gilman. So Uriah Soon and this guy was there to observe for Gilman, and then Clichy and this lady, they were there to observe for Edith. Then you see Madame Padier right here with the ballot. Then this lady in the white cap, Madame Clarice Massaquoi, was the one that was doing the counting. Madame Kemal Padier would take the ballots from the box, the little brown box they had there, and she handed it over to Massaquoi. Massaquoi would count it. When it reached to 50,
she put it on the side.
They put it one side. Then they counted another 50. So they counted until it reached to 200. We're going to explain this story here because I try to understand, but I could not. Why request that the ballot be counted, and they're counting the ballot, and you walk out?
You know,
if I knew I didn't want to go vote that day, there was no need for me to go there and tell the people to count the ballot.
Yeah,
they're counting the ballots. The election commission said no, we're not counting the ballot. And I personally went to him because we were watching. We're not supposed to interfere with what they're doing. So we were watching. So I went to him because I served in the 2019 election commission. So I went to him. I said, we counted our ballots. We told them we printed 2,000 ballots. Smith Mooney and Alfonso So. Smith Mooney were representing Dubote. Alfonso So were representing Edith. They said we got to count the ballots. And we counted the ballots. So I said, bro, you got to count the ballots. And then Papa Goyon, I think Urukara, some people talk, and the guy agreed to count the ballot. That's how you saw them. They started counting.
Yeah, Gilman's decision to step out of that race, I think for him that's going to haunt him for some time. When he goes to sleep at night, that's what he's going to think about. Like, man, I should have continued.
I think they advise us to the brother did he wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw a note from his uncle from Liberia, Joseph Weeks. He said that was one of the mistakes that his nephew did. Yeah, I saw the note. I said, oh wow.
For me, in this whole thing, I think what was more disturbing for me is that immediately the next day, Gilman turned in his resignation from Michigan. I think that was very, very disheartening.
I think the brother will reconsider. It was.
I mean, the damage has already been done. The damage has already been done.
Reconsider, man.
Mr. Gilman, I mean, Mr. Double. Then those are not the people that we should. Hey, you see that? Why I say my own way how to look at the community is completely different.
I mean, you're talking peace now.
Okay, all right.
You gotta tell Edith to take the phone and call Gilman.
Yeah. But Gilman needs to pick up the phone though. Gilman has the thing. Gilman has the thing that he doesn't like picking up poor phone calls when you don't. So
no, I can text when you're texting him. When I call
him, I respond to you. Gilman, I don't know.
He got that thing on your phone where you go, but when you're texting, he will call you right back.
Okay.
I still dealing with Gilman. I know. Text him, man. He'll call you back. Gilman's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. During the whole campaigning process, he and I, we talked a lot and we shared jokes.
We talk. We talk a lot. So that day, Gilmore wanted to bet me. He said he want to bring 20,000. I'm gonna only bring 7,000. That he'll win the election. So I don't know. I'm gonna bring my own the money that time and he pull out. I know you're gonna take money back. I'm gonna say no. You can't pull out. I'm gonna take the money.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna need
lease
20
out.
grand. I'm gonna be $20,000 riches.
So yeah, I just want to go. My last message to all my fellow Grenadians, we're done with campaigning.
I want Edith tell you to pick up the phone and call Gilmore and talk to him and like to be the mediator. Will you accept that?
Absolutely, absolutely. We started it though, Mr. Double. That's the thing. People
What do you
people
mean you
tend
started?
to
What are you doing? What they doing? Edith, what are they doing?
people tend to I don't think they really know who Idepua is. And I'm so sorry that the politics of our community has just painted this woman in a way that you don't really understand her, you don't really know her. Mr. Double, I will share with you this. The first time we went through this whole election process, I was one of those who stepped away from Madam Pua's campaign because I felt as though that the way in which it was going, I didn't align with myself with the campaign any further, and I didn't want to be somebody who was just derailing the process. You know, you're not in support of it, so don't stick around. You know, step back and let them do what they need to do. And
That was
throughout that whole,
2023.
say it again.
That was 2023.
Absolutely. And Madam Pua, and even when I was writing, doing all kind of things, just writing against the campaign at that time, she was still calling me and saying, "Look, David, we can fix this thing. We can fix this thing. What's going on?" And throughout the entire time, Madam Pua is somebody who comes to the table to speak to you. She speaks. She wants to fix things. There should never be a reason that.
Well, let you pick up the phone and call Gilmore now.
Oh, I mean, but Gilmore has to pick up the phone. He got to answer. He got to answer
But
the
let you
phone.
call. Let you make the call. Gilmore will
Oh,
answer the
Gilmore,
phone.
I mean, Mr. Double,
Why do you think Gilmore will answer the phone?
Mr. Double, I can guarantee you, if Gilmore picks, he needs to answer. That's all. She will call. He needs to answer. She will do
But
her
the
part. He needs
president
to
need
do
to
his
come.
part.
She shouldn't add Joseph Boaga who texting me. Joe, you don't call the man. You call the man from unknown number.
No, don't worry, Mr. Gilmore. You'll see. You don't Mr. Worry, Mr. Double. You'll see Gilmore at our inauguration.
I think you need to pick the phone and call Gilmore. If he call you right soon.
They will be at our inauguration. They will be there, and by that time, we'll
You
fix
think
everything.
you right soon will be at your inauguration? You Mr. Soon?
If Mr. Shun is not dead, and then he doesn't really have love for our community. That's how I look at it.
Oh
You don't
wow.
have love for our community. You don't have love
Oh
for our
wow.
community. But I before I get out of here, I just want to reiterate my message to
Why are
Gilmore
you
School
guys
support.
still calling the people other side?
We are Grenadians. We are Grenadians. There was
Yes,
no
you need to lead the other side.
yeah, no other
Other
side.
side, the other people, the other side. You guys are one people. There's just a little thing and that can be fixed. That's all. But
Differences of opinions. We all got different opinions on this community, but we are one people though. But I just before I get out of here, to Gilmore School supporters, please don't give up. You guys give us a fight this entire process. You know, you kept us on our toes. And
you heard anything that they want to break away?
I'm hearing things, but I don't want to be the first one to come out to put it out in the public. But I am hearing things.
What's the ADAA?
For me, I think I don't know, but I think it stands for Amenu Development Association in the Americas. It could be. I don't know, but
yeah, it could be. It could be because we had Munya.
Yeah.
We had Munya, then we had Yuboka, and we had Dadue. Hey. So Amuenu could be, but let me tell you, you guys from the East side, you felt the heat from Amuenu.
We did.
You guys were terrified.
Not terrified. We just knew we could not be relaxed. We could not be comfortable.
Yeah, you want how you're on your feet.
Well, we're not terrified.
Gibson Jeru, he couldn't sleep.
We were not. That's important. You cannot come and play the okay, we're keeping it safe crowd. No, we were not terrified, but we had to be very smart about the things that we do. But we knew that we were going to win this election. We knew when you got into Kentucky, Louisville. And how do you say it, Mr. Double? Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
You got into Louisville, you could see Idepua supporters. You could feel the momentum around the city. So I mean, I
went around the whole building, the whole hall. It was too close to call.
Okay. Oh,
Well, I put it right there. I think, and I went, Josephine, it was too close to call.
okay. I agree, over there. I agree. But we had a great time though. We had a swell time.
Yeah, that welcome, everybody coming in the building, and then the Saturday morning, Saturday night, it was great. And
Yeah.
then everything, boom, it just
Boom.
exploded on Sunday morning.
Yeah. It was sad. It was sad. But again, I like I said before I get out of here, Mr. Double. Thank you to you, oh man. Thank you. Mr. Double, I don't know how you do it, but continue to do what you do. Don't overlook what you're doing here. Like you are literally the voice for us in terms of getting information out there. Mr. Double, if you're not doing what you do, I don't know who will do it for us. To our Gilman Slew supporters, please don't shy away. Don't sit back. This is the time now that your union needs you. Your involvement in Grand Jury Association should not be just to somebody's campaign or to an individual's loyalty. No, your loyalty should be to the union. That's why for me, I kind of regret some of the decisions that I made in the past, but I will never do it again. My decision, my loyalty will always be with Grand Jury Association. Um, Inauguration is coming up. I want you guys to get yourself prepared. I'm going to wait for the administration to make the official details, but I just want you guys to get prepared for that. You will hear information rolling out very soon as to where our inauguration will be, all the details, but I want you guys to get yourself ready for that. We're going to have a beautiful time. It's going to be centered around reconciliation, peace, and unity. That's going to be the forefront of that entire inaugural theme. Reconciliation, peace, and unity. We're going to bring together some of the best from our community, and we're just going to reconcile as a people and move forward.
When I see Gilman in the hall, I was spray morning that day. That would be the first time y'all see me spray morning.
Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna try to get
I see
Mr. Gilman.
Josephine and my sister's there, and the people. They say, "Oh, Prince, you're too moderate with your sister on the debate." 'Cause I moderated the debate.
You were.
Yeah, I said,
I was even trying to. I even wanted to whisper in your ear, said, "I know you were." But anyway, it's okay. That's your Sable sister now.
the
So
Sable neck came in me, maybe. I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know. Okay, man. Thank you.
it's all right, Chief. All right, Chief. Thank you.
Yeah, they accused me of being moderate with the debate that being on Josephine's side. When I went to Edith's side, oh, you're too harsh on Edith. I mean, Isaac. And when I go on Josephine's side, that's the only time I saw Gilman Slew team supporters really praising me that night, that Friday night after the debate. I say, oh, come on now, you stop that, you stop that. We did what we could do to bring the whole information, everything to our people who were not in the hall. People who were not there, we had to do what we could do to actually bring this is you see the video right here. They were counting the process. It's right there. That right here the problem started. The confusion, the commotion, it started from right there. Right there. That's where it started. They counted the ballot. You guys say you want a ballot counted. They counted the ballot, it reached 200. They said people in the line. You can see that people in the line, they needed a vote to leave. That's right there. Then I went back to my camera. Then I heard all the commotion, everything, all the argument, everything. People got it. Yeah, the whole building, the whole hall was. I mean, let me play a little bit of it before I go out of here.
Well, we are here in Kentucky, Louisville. Share the show here. We are here in Louisville, Kentucky. The Grand Jury Association, National Election Commission. National polling station that's open. And as you see, the people are verifying the names on the side. Granjurians are in line to cast the ballot this morning. And the lines are jam-packed. You see from here, you see the former board chair lady, everybody here verifying the names.
Yeah, they have 4 lines. Yeah, I was right. 4 lines. When Genius were in the building, man. in the building, the right to do what it could do, and they did what it could do.
We are in Kentucky, Louisville.
You know, like I happy in voted.
This is what goes
Like I was
on. You see
happy.
the ballot?
I like working Joseph
Right there,
Reed. Joseph Reed's all the way from Liberia. He's on today and watching us here. DJ Chris, I got Anthony Dure, I got Bernice, Sumi, Gibson, Jeru. Everybody watching.
It's a little bit of potential kind of breed here about receipts. The other cameras are not certified.
I was doing two things that time. I went the camera struck in an area and struck 40. Whenever I flipped it.
Nigerians all over the United States go some food. We are here to cast the ballot. Polling places, station is open. Good tension coming here and things get out of hand. There's a white patina. It is sealed.
That's right in that particular place when they went on there and told the people to leave the line. They're not voting, it's leave the line.
Kind of breed here about
Why they did it to up to today? I don't freaking know, but they know what it did.
with the receipt process.
Took the people off the line.
Nigerians all over the United States.
The guy with the cow teeth, that guy in the West, that guy enjoy him when I got dance.
Polling places, station is open. Location coming here.
You see? That's it right there. Gibson, that's the capture right there, what I told you about. And I continue to tell the people about it. It was wrong. Let me show my face. That particular side, when I flipped the camera, the reason I flipped the camera, people were yelling. The other person said, what the noise for? What this for? What it was Gilmore who came to the people, and Otavio Gilmore and told his supporters to leave the line. That they're not voting. Right there, let me stop. Right there, the guy in the white, there's a female here, and there's another female here in the red and black, and Gilmore is right here in this, I think it was a brown or blue coat with the glasses on here. This is Otavio Gilmore. Telling his supporters to leave the line. They should follow him. The people stood online. The people paid their plane ticket. The people fixed to hotels, rent a car, bought new clothes, fixed their hair, and they listened to Gilmore to tell them to leave the line. But at that point, there were certain people who said they were supporters of his, who said they were not leaving the line. They came to vote and they would vote. And to me, I thought they made the right choice. They made the right decision. Because if I was that person who would leave from, maybe some of these people drove for 10 hours. Then the people from wherever Texas, they drove for 18 hours. People from North Dakota had about 15 hours, 16 to 15 hours. They're Gibson, Jeru there. I don't drive that long. I fly. People flew out from everywhere, people drove. People took to rental cars. People took hotels. And then you got to buy food and then when you reach in the town, so people don't like to eat out among the public. They got to go find food on the side to eat. You got to buy yourself a new clothing, shoes, or coat for the process to say walk out of the building, and you follow the process and you walk out of the building. That was dangerous. I couldn't have done that. Gotta be straight out here. So that's it. That's why Gilmore gonna live with. He's gonna live with it. He's just gonna live with it. He's gonna live with it. That was a dangerous mistake. The man is still young. He's a young man. He's a young man. Those who told him to make that decision, those people and grown-ups, they led the organization. Some of them screwed up this organization. And some people fixing this organization, putting it on the right path. And you have people that are telling you, nobody could have done that to me. At a certain point now in our area, I will be making a decision. No more advice. We saw where advisors and a bunch of People come to manipulate the system and confuse the leaders' brains. We saw what happened. So at a certain point, the leaders themselves now, they need to tell this is not good. We got to do this. It was the last day. It was the last time. That time, it was 10:15 a.m. The people in line. When I went in the hall at 10:40, 10:30, 10:40, people were already in line. The people were in line for 8. The election commission said the polling places open at 8. People went there at time. I went at 9:40. By the time I took the food I had in my car in the place and set my things out, and then the commotion, they start counting at 10:15. That whole thing is all the AM. Leave the line, leave the line, leave the line, leave the line. We're not leaving the line, we're leaving the line, we're not leaving the line. And they went outside, they got in the car, they went. It was terrible. It shouldn't happen again in our community, and we should not allow anyone to treat us that way. That's why Jojo Crowd, one of Gilman's supporters, Josephine Crowd, I would love for a video, maybe tomorrow and play a video. She brought me in, she was going live dancing, and she brought me in the video. She spoke her mind. I was just listening. And she said, come here, our pastor. She said, come here, Prince. And I went there, she said, I'm a supporter of Gilman. I came to vote, so I must vote. Nobody will tell me, go, but no. And Jojo Crowd from Utah, she flew, and she went there to vote. That was a great mistake. Whoever advised our brother did a very bad job for him. Gilman's a young man. Gilman got followers. People listen to him. He should have used it to do the right thing. That's a way to protest. If you don't like it, the way he did it and the walkout, you could not protest. But if you're going to take part in the process, and then after that, you had, I think, 4, 5, 6 hours right there, you're going to send a protest in. And nobody going to say they're destroying Edith. Our protest we're going to be talked about, and we're going to discuss it right there before either we're going to take. So our protest, I want to make. See, you have someone there. These guys need to think outside the box sometime. You gotta grab the whole election commission, the whole Edith being sworn in right there. You take part in the thing. You already, because you already know that you're gonna do whatever before you're observe, and you're getting your computer, you're writing your thing. By the time they see election going counting behind there, you're printing out already. When the people announcing it, you're getting everything. Because after the announcement, I think according to the rules, you got about 2 hours or whatever to file protest. That time you're protest already. You're relaxed now. They look into it. They're both confused. The election commission confused. Either poor people confused. Okay, who wins? Gilmore is in the lead right there. He said, they will negotiate with you. They will negotiate with you to move forward, to move the organization. Then they were going to negotiate with you. But you got all these papiers, and they ain't got Costa. I would say they ain't got quote unquote now quoting Costa. They got fresh ideas. People don't have no fresh ideas. But our old ideas, the fresh idea were gone. They didn't use the fresh ideas. And even the young folks who were supposed to use the fresh idea did not use the fresh idea. Stay in our race. Do not pull your people from the line. Stay in the race. Those people you took from the line, almost 150 of them follow you to wherever they went. The people are going to vote. And you finish telling you got smart spot, you got genius, you got Achib Mao, you got Uriah Song, great smart Nigerians. In some kind of corner, in a corner, you get your laptop, you're writing. If you're even going to go to Walmart and buy one lay $40 printer and put it right there, and you're feeling you're observing the thing that going on, you're documenting it right there, you're feeling you're printing it. When even they can't even buy it, you're feeling printing your protest. When you can't say either win, you get a protest straight. You may print a copy and stage to be the protest. They were going to look in it. They were going to look in our protest. But you got out of the process. 18 years to vote. 18. And that now If you're going to send in that protest, come on, we're going to you go way in the back, you sit down. All the crowd will come to car. They say this the process, let it go do the job. Let the other person do the job. That's how you. But next, this is what I'm saying now. It's just for next time, and any of our brothers who want to come in this thing again. That's it. That's it. Yeah, Jojo, no turning back for you. I mean, you were in line. I'm sure you would, because I saw you there sooner. I think I made you there, go in line, and for somebody to come say leave the line and go, I don't think that's something you wanted to do. I couldn't have done that myself. If you knew very well that you didn't want to take part in the process, but according to reliable sources, they said they were not going to take part in the process. They were not going to take part. So why go there in the first place and say you count the ballots? We got to know how many ballots. Then the people counting the ballots. Then you start another ginger and wahala. Yeah. Let me make it be. Let me make it be. The ballot on the right soon. All these people, they in the hall. And I don't say they didn't go in the hall. They in the hall. They in the hall. They were in the hall. Why did you go in the hall? If you know you're going to call ginger, you're going to call wahala, you're going to walk off. I think if in our main, and I know I want to get in for there to be a count, I want to stick to. We want to see the receipt of all those who entered here last night. That where you are also to stick. But in mere fact, when the Eric said you don't have the amount of people, and then you went the next thing you say when you want to count the ballots, you already defeated the purpose of that whole legitimate thing, concern of receiving a receipt. So then you made it put a jump up, and then they start counting the ballots. It was of the I like to read from my man Austin B on it. I think that B stand for better. You guys got to better and all around. He said Uriah Soon, the campaign manager, is a big quitter. He quit on me when I went in the race with him at the Mosa PI conference. I remember I was Uriah campaign manager at that time. No, I was not a campaign, I was deputy or something of an advisor to him. We didn't want to go in that race because you have mercy people and you have Sudanese on the list. Someone don't need it, we don't know about it. So if I ran away, he said, but man, we're not going to race. That election didn't hold. It didn't hold. Okay, Roya, 2016. Yeah, it was 2016. It was in North Dakota. It started a discussion from Michael V's in garage. We took it to the convention place. Gibson, Jeru, and Jonathan Gidgeway, they tried to get involved to settle the problem, but we couldn't listen at that time because that's what baffled me and bothered me also here. Because at that particular convention, what you're talking about, Austin, Uriah said all those whose names were on North Dakota list, they should attend the ball. They should not just rush to the voting ground the next morning. They should come to the convention and pay the money and enter. That was the last year for Austin units to leave. That was his last convention. He presided over Austin unit, Austin Freeman, Bishop Freeman. I can remember I was there doing it, and when Gibson Jerry were there too. I think he was MC for the day program. And it's talked to people coming there. Our brother Gossin Zulu now, he the one raised all these people, 150 people that time. And our plan said, well, we want to see these people here in the hall here before they come to the place tomorrow to vote. It was Sylvester Dwayne who had the election commission. That was the concern when Uriah raised. So I'm very shocked that they come to Grand Gila now and the people raising the thing that people want big convention attendees. Then he have issue with it. Come on, bro, you can't play the can't play game, but I see GA Grand there community talking about comfort. So how you doing? How's York? How you doing? Those that come here, how you doing? So 2016. But you guys don't say those names that were on Mose PR's Iowa, North Dakota list. If those people do not come here tonight, they will not be allowed to vote tomorrow. I can remember. I said thank you.
Oh, Tomai, here we, you can't get your master or die out for woman. Then, Barney, I know Taiwan will be a more blue. One, Tomai, and a general do. Barney, I know you that Taiwan was a more blue. Well, I want my. To my head, no, I do. To my wood, to my wood, to my wood, to my wood, you.
Well, we are here in Kentucky, Louisville. Share the show here. We are here in Louisville, Kentucky. The Brown Gillette Association National Election Commission. National polling station that's open. And as you see, the people are verifying the names on the side. Grangians are in line to cast the ballot this morning. And the lines are jam-packed. You see here, you see the former board chair lady, everybody here verifying the names so they can have the ballot and go put the ballot right there in the ballot box. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Kentucky, Louisville. This is what goes on. You see the ballot? Right there, the ballot box. There's a white container. It is sealed. It's a little bit of potential kind of breed here about receipts. The other cameras are not certified with the receipt process. So, Nigerians all over the United States grow some food and they are here to cast the ballot. Polling places, station is open. Location coming here and things get out of hand. If you are watching us in Facebook land, we came here this morning. The contention right now, the argument here is that once your name is verified, there was a law passed that you have to come to the convention last night in order to vote. So that means you come and then you pay your $50 and get your receipt. Only those who will be allowed to vote are convention attendees. So those who attended the convention are now in line, and you come here to verify your name, your ID, and show your receipt, and your ballot is given to you, and you go and cast your ballot. That's what is going on right now in Kentucky, Louisville. I keep saying Minneapolis. I'm a native of Minneapolis, so we are going down here. Election. People have the receipt on the phone, and people have the receipts, the actual paper. So they are showing the receipts this morning, and they are doing the thing. We are here in Louisville, Kentucky, and the election has commenced. Polling places, polling station is open, and people are in line. Our mothers are all already here to cast the ballots. Some people will start driving as they cast the ballot and start driving and go to their various homes. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us and you are part of the Grand Union Association and you're here in the Kentucky Louisville area, you need to come out here now and start voting. They are putting process in place, and the election is ongoing. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be here till, I think polling places probably close at 4 p.m. I think it's 4 or 5. I will confirm it with the election commission. The chairman, I will ask him, I will interview him, and we will get to know what is actually going on here. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see people are taking their ballot and they're going on. The thing will be peaceful. So if you are joining us from anywhere you are this morning, Grandians are in Kentucky, Louisville, you will say that, but we will live here, the native of this place, we call it Louisville. So they are in Louisville. And this place is very much protected. They got the police outside to put things under control and that. So you can see Mr. George Henry Day, the former president of I think DC Metro right there. He's a guy in a red shirt. He's trying to get his ballot to go back there and cast his vote. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the people of Grand Gina County, they are here tonight, this morning to vote. And some people are happy. They are dancing. You can see that. This is the former board chair lady right here.
All right. That's how we're going to do it tonight. We're going to close it up. And I think the president need to pick the phone and start calling now, call these people and start setting up. We need to know who the youth chair. We need to know if she's going to maintain most of those people who have jobs or she's going to change. We need to see the list, the cabinet list. We're not going to get either 2-3 months to do that. You should have put all those things together right now. We're supposed to know. But again, we're here to hold people feet to the fire. So right now, you have to do the right thing and put the community, put it together, call. Yeah, Uriah did not take part in it. That's why I'm surprised. Because when we get that money in North Dakota that wanted lower May, people will come and they can't, you not take part. That's it. Gibson, Jeru, Jonathan Gateway, all the people beg. Nope. They didn't never went to the process. Yeah, people got suspended at time for that, for not taking part, for not coming to the election commission when you see a mess. So that one election commission didn't show up because you said you're not going to the poll. We sort of vote Sunday in the park. We did not vote because we said the names from North Dakota we didn't with his Margot V, where we had our meeting in Margot V's house. So good night. Right. We had our meeting in Margot V's house, and we decided that we're not taking part in the process, and we did not take part.
Oh, Tomai. Here we, young, we can't hear my sword, die, yours, woman, one. Then, Barney,
Nobody gonna get a president time, or the president was already stop forming a government long time. You put a government together. The president been push the president feet to the fire to put a government together. That Jesse Rawls right there. If you don't know Jesse Rawls, that's all right there. You're seeing on the string. That Jesse Rawls, United Sister born president, Jesse B. Rawls from Iowa, Des Moines. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.